Hi, my name is Heather Dowling, and I am a writer and solo performer. I have two award-winning solo shows. The first is Unemployed Finally, the story of a woman who had more than 30 jobs in 30 years before finally doing what she wanted. And my second show was Fertile, a conversation about the expectations of procreation. As I said, both shows won multiple awards at the Hollywood Fringe Festival. Both were nominated for Encore Awards, sold out shows every night that I was there. I was nominated for Best Solo Performance. For Fertile, it was out of 101 solo shows. I was one of 5 performers nominated for that award. Both shows were selected for the prestigious Los Angeles Women's Theater Festival. Unemployed Finally was invited to United Solo, the largest solo festival in the world, on 42nd Street in New York City. And both shows were also invited to Solo Fest, the largest solo festival on the West Coast, at the beautiful White Fire Theater in Sherman Oaks, California. And multiple awards and other great reviews. Really proud of both shows. And I always have to share when I talk about those performances and when I talk about writing those shows, I am so clear that neither would have come to life without my phenomenal coach and director, Jessica Lynn Johnson. When I first met Jessica, I had never written anything that wasn't narrative. I had worked in journalism for a while. I had done some creative writing to entertain myself, but I'd never written anything to be performed. And I had been introduced to some of her students and seen some incredible work on stage. Being an actress, I was intrigued, to say the least. So I went to learn from her, and I'm telling you, Jess was able to help me discover my inner writer that I did not know existed, someone who was legit a storyteller. And she had the most gentle way of coaxing to life even some of the difficult stories that I wanted to tell. And I remember the first time we met, I sat down and said to her, "Oh, this is all fine and good, this writing a story thing, but I can't play characters. I'm not a character actor. So we'll have to find other ways of telling the story from stage." Well, in my first show, Unemployed Finally, I ended up playing 39 different characters. And in Fertile, I ended up playing 11, and that show was done as if there was a fourth wall with no audience or narrator to interact with or save me. So Jessica really gave me the courage to discover myself, not just as a writer and a storyteller, but also as a performer and a character actress. So I'm clear the success I've had would never have come had I not had the privilege and the opportunity to work with Jess. And now I am so excited that I am now one of the instructors for Soaring Solo Studios. I'm taking all of the good stuff that I got from Jess and passing it along, giving other performers a hand up and helping them discover and tell the stories that only they are meant to tell. I think everybody's got one, and they're the one to tell it. They're the one to give it voice and to give it life. So there is no way to measure the difference that Jessica Lynn Johnson has made on my performance career or for me as a writer. And it's also a privilege to call her friend.